Yo, what's going on? Today we're gonna do something a little bit different, something that I'm really excited about. We've called it Simple Church. Notice I'm leaving the building. We're not having church in the building. So we're going to an undisclosed location because we got something pretty incredible planned. Now, if you haven't noticed, I need a little more coffee. The sugar at the bottom is the best part, but I think my ride is here, so let's get rocking. We're gonna need more coffee, for sure. What's going on? All right, so I know I said that it was undisclosed, but I don't like not knowing where we're going. So, where are we going?
All right. So you told me about Simple Church and cool idea, like church for the internet. And one of the cool things is we can do it anywhere. And so you were like, let's find some cool locations. And one of the ones that came up was Kinder Farm Park. And I'd heard about it, and so I said, hey, let's give that a shot. So we're on the way there right now. Yeah,
that's about as much farm as you're going to get in and among this area, actually, as you want.
Yeah.
I don't want any more farm than that.
Yeah.
Got a little petting zoo. Actually, it's a great place to go. I appreciate that. There is a phenomenal bagel store not far from that. Seeing that I need some more coffee and you can certainly afford a little brekkie. It's called Uber Bagels.
Oh,
you didn't know about it.
No, I love a good bagel. Like maybe we can hit that up one day.
Why one day? Why not this day? Ow. You're not gonna regret it. Uber Bagels kills the game. Here we go.
You know what? I'm happy we made us do this. It's a good idea.
Amen.
Yeah. We got time. We good.
You'll thank me later. Let's rock.
How do I get there from here?
I remember this one time in Teen Challenge when I was told that I had to take these horses from one stable out to the pasture. Eric was the head farmer. This cat knew what was going on. And he said, what they're going to do is they're going to bow up on you to test you because they've never seen you before. And so they want to see who's running the show. And so he said, when they bow up, pull their head up, he said, you tug down on them as hard as you can, let them know who's boss. Roger. I took this horse that was like 35 hands.
It's huge.
So it was like from here to heaven. And I walked him out of that stall and he bowed up one time and I was like, screw that, I just let him go. What makes a legit farm versus a non-legit farm?
I feel like you have to sell something.
Or raise something.
But if you raise it,
You raise it to sell it.
yeah, because I'm raising a cat and a dog, and it's not a farm.
That's a house farm. This is, we'll say Bert. What do you say, Bubba? No, back it up. This is Ernie, number 171. I don't know where your earring is, but it doesn't look like you have one. As you can see, old Bert and Ernie's stall is full of mess. Goats don't care about what they do with their hay, where they go to the bathroom, or where their food bowls go. Actually, it looks like they've tipped theirs over. Why? Because where goats are, you are sure to find a mess. That's why this stall is full of messes. Now, if you go to this stall, there is no mess to be cleaned, but neither is there any animals to be found. No animals, no mess. I believe this stands true for even this third stall. Certainly it does. It's not clean to my standard, but for all intents and purposes, no animal, no mess. And lastly, where there should be a pig crossing, it looks like old Mr. Boss Hog has since moved on. No pig, no mess. As of late, I've sort of seen so many messes in my life. I think that I've seen areas that I felt were more organized, rather, areas that I feel like have frustrated me at times, areas that have caused me consternation because it feels like I can never get them organized. And I think it proves the point, as Proverbs 14:4 says, that where there is no oxen, the stalls stay clean. But where there is oxen, there's a harvest to gain. Ultimately, what Solomon intended the reader to understand when he spoke about the stalls and the oxen is that in ancient Israel, really an ox was someone's tractor. It's what plowed the field. It's what caused them to be able to sow seed. It's what did all the hard work so that eventually there would be a harvest. There would be resources that would come in so that there would be money to be had. That oxen actually produced all that for the owners. And what Solomon was saying is that where there isn't oxen, there isn't a tractor, or there isn't the potential to make resources, well, you don't have a whole lot to clean up. Actually, the stalls stay clean, the work is minimal, but so is the harvest. Solomon wanted the reader to understand that whenever God gives you a blessing, or he gives you a gift, or he gives you a means to make resources that he would bless, it typically comes with a mess, that it's going to cause a mess in your and my life. And if you're not careful, what you'll do is sometimes you'll look at the provision of God or the blessings from God or the gifts that have been given to us by God, and you'll grow discouraged at them because all you'll see is mess rather than the potential. Case in point, consider kids for a minute. I don't know how many of you have young kids, but they could care less about organization or cleanliness. They make messes wherever they go. And if all you focus on is what they mess up and what they disorganize and the stress that they cause you, well, you'll miss the potential that God has given you to raise up young men and women that would be warriors for him, those that would add life to our family, those little personalities that he's given us to stretch us and to make us better moms and dads, husbands and wives. Ultimately, those blessings, they create a mess. You wouldn't have to worry about a mess if you didn't have kids. Take your job, for instance. As many times as it causes you a great frustration, whether it's those that you work with or the boss that you have, that job is a blessing given us by God, but it comes with a mess at times. It comes with a little relational discord, or it comes with you not being able to have what you want immediately, or you having to work with people that stretch you or irritate you. Nevertheless, you miss the fact that God is using people to refine you. Some of your gifts that you've been given by God, that he has placed within you to radiate himself, well, they can cause even a mess at times. I know in my own personal life of being called to be relational and point people to Jesus and being down in the trenches with men and women. Oh, I've realized that sometimes my investment isn't appreciated, or at times my work doesn't immediately bring about a harvest. And I can look around and go, there's more mess than there is blessing. And it's then that I realize, hey, actually, where there are no oxen, the stalls stay clean. And where there are oxen, there's great potential for harvest. Here's what I'm saying. In this day and age, I think all of us can look around and see a mess. But many times the mess that you realize and you see and that frustrate you is a result of the blessing that God has given you. It's all how you look at it. You can either be frustrated or you can be thankful. And I think for those of us that are watching right now and are frustrated over a mess, maybe it comes down to perspective. That what if you didn't have the gifts God has given you? What if you didn't have the blessings he's placed in your hand? What if you didn't have the relationships that surround you? It would be a rather boring, eventless, and sometimes lonely life. And so I want you to start to look at things a little bit different. The reason that stall down there is full of mess is because 2 goats are in there. Goats that are either some farmer's pet or some farmer's joy or some farmer's means to harvest. Same applies for an oxen. Same applies for you fill in the blank in your life. And so perspective is either going to result in frustration or it's going to result in gratitude. I think God has a clear charge for us. Start to see the messes in your life as a result of the blessings that He's already given us. I love you guys so much. I hope Simple Church has encouraged you, and I hope that you start to see things a little bit different. Keep a messy stall.
I would like to, maybe you could set up a day where you make all of Lighthouse staff work at a farm for a day. I feel like that'd be pretty interesting. There's a few people who would thrive and a few people who it wouldn't go well. I think Steve would be on the tractor.
Oh, definitely. Steve would get it done. He would know exactly what to do. We would all be walking around intimidated, fearful that he's watching us.
What about John? What is John doing on farm day?
John would be walking around absolutely lost. Just looking preoccupied but doing nothing. You know?
Just carrying the same pumpkin around the whole
Totally.
day. Yeah.
Thinking that he was doing something. What about DT? What would he be doing?
Oh man, first of all, he would definitely have on like a straw hat and he would look like he belongs. He would just sit in a rocking chair playing his guitar the whole time.
Yeah, he'd be like the old man farmer.
Yeah.
What about DJ Swick?
I mean, if we don't have any oxen, we just hook it up to him, and then he'd be pulling.
Yeah.
Pulling the combine.
No doubt.
Yeah.
In brand new boots. Brand new boots.
Like I didn't know Air Jordan made farm boots. They're cool.
Steel toe.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.